back into this already. I just need to wait for the things to actually work. Come on, I know that you can show me more. Well then, okay. I'll just believe that everything's going well, otherwise I'll be shit. But I assume we're just gonna think everything's going fine. Well, in that case, hello everybody, my name is Zero-chan, as you might know from the last episode, and if you don't, well then welcome new here. I will be continuing our last stop where we stopped before the first mission. Okay, now that this start game, lovely Zero-chan. Good, hope you all have been doing fine, has barely been 24 hours now. But we're kicking. Okay, oh, well, would you look at that? I have a watcher. That's like the first time this happened. Okay, let's see. First of all, we gotta walk up here. I'm gonna do the whole NPC talks after a bit of the beginning, just so we all can get into this. We all can start to feel the game and what exactly it's about.
We're on the hunt.
Go ahead and sign for the quest, Jaguars of the Ancient Forest, so we can get going. Okay, that's where we left off. Here, quests. Quests involve objectives such as slaying monsters. To get started on a quest, first you have to accept it. Assignments, complete these missions to advance the story. Optional quests, these include favors of NPCs. More will become available as you meet the necessary requirements. You can take an optional quest as many times as you like. Investigations. These special quests are issued by the Research Center and can only be taken a limited number of times. Events. These quests exclusively to online play. Well, you know, we will eventually get to the online play, but that's not important for us. First of all, we have to go into the Ancient Forest, which is still a lovely name. You're free to explore Astera until preparations for the quest are complete. Grab a meal at the canteen, store up your supplies at the provision stockpile, get the latest gear from the smithy and armory, then adjust your equipment and organize your items in the item box. You'll be heading out on the field in no time. Take a look at the upper left corner of the screen. When the quest is ready to begin, you'll see a notification there. Once you're prepared, press the touchpad at any time to enter standby. You can go on standby by pressing exit any gate at headquarters. From the party members status menu, selecting standby from departure will have your party depart on the quest as soon as all preparations are accounted for. If you are the leader of the party, pressing triangle will let you depart first with other members on standby. Oh, oopsies. Well, this is a fairly easy tutorial. Also, this year, the canteen. Honestly, no one needs to read that because it's fairly easy. You pay with money, or with points, usually with money because the points are valuable in a different manner. Then you take a meal. Supposedly, it's probably better to go for the one that gives you the most stats and the good buff. Obviously, in the beginning, we only have the basic things, nothing great. But we can still live with that. Like, for example, something that gives me attack boost would be cool. I'm just gonna go with this one. Hell, who needs life? Also, yeah, you can skip the animations by simply pressing the... I call it the start button still, but it's... I think it's called the select button. I'm not really sure. The PlayStation 5 controller is confusing. And now we're basically already. Time to go. Well, isn't that just lovely?
Alright, this is our first job. Let's do a quick review of quest rules.
Alright.
Rule number 1. Complete the objective to complete the quest. Easy, right?
Sounds easy enough, yes.
Each quest has an objective. You can't consider the quest done until you complete that objective.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah,
Our
that's how
current
it works.
objective is to eliminate a specified number of Jagras. Let's check the map.
Okay, then let me check the map.
We ran into some Jagras on the way to base. The small monsters, remember?
Yeah, I remember
We
those.
saw
We were
them
hiding from
somewhere
them,
around
right?
Here. Want to check it out?
Sure thing.
Rule number 2. Use the supply box.
Alright.
The Commission supplies us with a loadout of certain items for each quest. They're in the
Gotcha,
supply
gotcha.
box over there. Have a look and decide what you should take along.
Alright.
Ready to go.
Okay, let's see. The supply box. Fairly easy, always take the healing items and the one thing that gives you stamina. It's just about as useful in the beginning as it will be later in Gigan. Okay, let's just walk here, follow our great friend with his great sword. Because, you know, people with great weapons are to be trusted. Maybe don't apply that logic to real life, but shh, don't tell the feds that I'm telling you this.
Generally want to keep your weapon sheathed.
Ah, yes.
You can gather honey
gathering items will probably be the most annoying part of this game, but it's
I
okay.
marked gathering sites and monster positions on the wildlife map for you.
Over here.
Okay, don't really need to sneak for that, because I can literally just...
See how you hold up when you're on your own.
The good old sweepity swoopy. Ah, God, how much I love this weapon. It's just so slow in the beginning, but it's okay. We can live with that. You see, the basics of the Great Sword is big attacks, big numbers, but very, very hellishly slow. And there's not really much that changes throughout the entire game, honestly. It's mostly just the damage that gets bigger. But everything else, you know, stays the same. There's also a nice roundabout attack. Personally, like that one.
You can use the slinger with your weapon drawn.
Don't really use it as much in combat, but it works just as efficiently.
It's a powerful close-range weapon. Though attacks leave you wide open. Payoff is well worth it.
Well, yeah, it's definitely worth it. Boop. And we won, guys. Isn't that lovely? That's the hardest mission in the game. No, thank you. We're gonna go to the credits.
Head home and report back to the old man.
Okay, well, let's get some stuff. Ah, Jagras hide. You see. Oh, yes. Give us the sharp claws. These things, for example, especially when you have the DLC, you have a thing called the Clutch Claw. It's, well, it's basically just I like to call it a slingshot, because most things you can do is just collect rocks and then shoot them at monsters, or in this case, light moss, bright moss. It's probably the most efficient thing to do. I can also show you something in a bit once we fight a real monster. There's also different amounts of ammo you get, and those thingies, those little rock ore formations, will be very important for us later on. Alright, let's see. Well, that's pretty chill. 102 minutes. I am just so good that this, obviously, just, you know, it just represents my skill. Okay, let's see. Checking connection to the network. We're all waiting for that. Lovely, the connection exists.
Good to see you.
Oh, fun work down there. I can't read no more. Fine work taking down those Jagras. So there's no difference in their habitat, but their numbers are increasing. I see. It may be stating the obvious, but the Jagras aren't the only danger lurking around these parts. We have also received reports of a Gastron herd getting out of hand. This must be all because Aramectaros made landfall. It's got everything riled up.
Listen up.
Well, it's going to be your job to quiet them down. Of course it will be our job, because no one else will be bothered with this. Okay, yeah. Investigation. I'm going along. When once you get heard, of course you're going along. you're probably not gonna do anything. You can now depart on quests with other players via online session. Now we don't need that.
Alright. Now that you've got
I'm gonna
some
try
experience,
to finish this entire game alone, unless we get some special guest every 7 years. Which will be fine enough. Okay. Okay, now that we are done with the first mission, let's just get the NPC talk done.
Listen up.
Okay, tell me. This commission is special, different from our past undertakings, if I had to take a guess. It's not about hunting down the Elder Dragons, or punishing them for the damage they cause. The commission seeks an understanding of their place in nature, and ours. That's the point. Okay, so we're basically biologists, isn't that? The Elder Dragons are nature, and it's as futile to try and punish nature as it is to run from it.
Now that's hunting.
But knowing nature, now that's something we can do. We're going to face some real challenges. The best course might not always be clear.
What this world needs.
But before you
is
take life or move to defend it, understand it. That's what makes you a hunter. You know, that is very poetical. Actually, it works in very life scenarios. Before you try to attack your enemy, you should know it. Oh, nice weapon, buddy. I guess that means it's time to get hooked up with some supplies. I carry pretty much everything you need, so if you ever short on anything, I'm your guy. But as much as I'd love to take all your zenny, it's still a good idea to gather as much as you can while you're out in the field. So what you need, buddy? Okay. Okay, the store, pretty much easy to explain, gives you very simple items. Honestly, even in late game, the most important things you will probably buy from this place is the potion, the antidote, a Stera journey. Maybe the barrels. The trap tool, yeah, probably, because no one has the will to make those things, so it's easier to just buy them here. Binoculars is for people who really want to be real hunters. I personally don't go this route. I just play the game and attack things. Boomerang, honestly, I've never used it, so I couldn't even tell you how it really works and what it does. But it is what it is, and honestly, if you know how to use it, then good for you. Selling works as easy, from pouch, from item box. I don't think that actually needs any explanation. It's fairly simple, fairly easy to understand. Now let's go to this good old fella. This is pretty much very important if we want to hunt monsters, because he can help us find them easily. A hunter from the Fifth, are you? Then you must have finished your first quest. This is ecological research, headed up by yours truly. Tell me, did you find any monster data out there? Tracks, gases, that sort of thing? Data tells us stories about the monsters. An elaborate and interesting one at that. Your job in the field team is to track the monsters, collect data, and advance the study. Our job is to take that data, analyze it, and compile our findings for the commission. What we learn helps you out in the field too, so you see, we need each other.
I'll be here.
Drop by here anytime and I'll show you what we're working on. Ecological research. I will actually read that one because it is fairly important, and you should not forget about it even in late game. Even though most people do tend to, because at some point you just kind of know where the monsters are, but it is still helpful to know about it. Ecological research is a facility that studies monsters. Their studies can help you with your hunts and investigations. Gathering monster tracks and the like will earn you research points. Collect enough, and your research level will go up, giving you access to new features and intel that will make your hunts easier. You can also consult the Monster Field Guide to new monster info, such as habitat, weaknesses, and materials that can be carved. Research levels do not increase automatically. When you see report to the ecological research team on the results screen, be sure to pay them a visit. In the research level menu, you'll also find your scout flies level, which determines their abilities. The higher your scout flies level, the sooner your scout flies will pick up the next set of monster tracks. Exactly. The game is pretty much telling you that, so me giving a tutorial is not really necessary per se, but it's still nice to know. Also, you can also look up things of the monsters that you have met. You don't really per se need to attack it, you just need to meet it at least once. But enough of this. You can also just open this here via the Hunter's Notes, and you know, it gives you even some weapon control things. You can learn all the combos from here. Also to talk about the Charge Blade. Controls Sword. That alone is 2 pages, which does not seem like a lot, but it is hellish. Then, for the axe mode has some complicated extra thingies, and then the useful combos, which by any means I do not understand to this day. I really don't, and I wish I would, because the weapon does insane damage, but understanding it is a different story.
Oh, hello.
Okay. Ah, hello, Fiver. Was ready to open our tavern at the Gathering Hub to Celestial Pursuit. At the Gathering Hub, you can meet with other hunters and embark on quests together. To find the Celestial Pursuit, just look up. See that ship atop Astera that looks like it's about to sail off to the stars? That's it. You can get up there by taking the lift. Please come visit us as soon as you get the chance. You see, that ship does not really look like it's about to pursue the stars. It looks like it's about to crash down on us and kill us. But, you know, obviously I can't really determine that, since I'm not a professional shipbuilder. Okay, let's see. The smithy is where we need to go, but I don't want to do that.
My.
There you go, newcomer. You look a lot more hunterly with a weapon on your back. Thank you. This is the armory. We deal in ready-made weapons and armor. If you need a weapon ASAP and don't have time to gather all the materials, we're your ticket. So, newcomer, here to have a look. Okay, this place is for people who really just quickly want to get a weapon for only money. It does get more expensive, and it's honestly not as useful because you can only get the first stage of weapons, but it can have benefits. It really just depends. Like, if you run out of materials, then this place is probably better to go to. But let's be honest, this usually doesn't happen. Then we have here Chainmail, Defender, and Better. Personally, the Defender armor, I don't recommend this for people who want to enjoy the game. I mean, maybe if you want to enjoy the game in the sense of you just want to relax, because this armor is made for people who want to skip the main story to the DLC. You can basically complete the entire game with this armor alone. Well, at least the main story. Everything after is different. The Chainmail, yeah, this is for people who want to have a typical Dark Souls experience. You know, you're new to Dark Souls or any of the Souls games, so you obviously want to have some defense. This, on the other hand, is for people who just, you know, who are simple. We like to look stylish, while also doing nothing different. Okay, but enough of that. What do you want? Airship engineer. So the fifth has arrived. Greetings there. I'm the airship engineer with the 2nd Fleet. I work on flying machines, airships, and what have you. I'm sure you're curious about why you haven't met a member of the Third yet. That's because they've all been stranded for years. Oh, that's odd. Are they alive still, or did anything happen? It wasn't long after the scholars from the Third landed before they insisted upon crossing the Great Raven. So they got their ship converted into an airship and off they went. It was going well until just after they crossed the ravine, the flying monster attacked their airship and grounded them. Sure, they were reckless to go, but seeing as I'm the man who put them in the air, I can't help but feel partly responsible for it all. since then I've been working on making a better airship. One that we could use to go rescue them. But between the new world's nasty weather and the strong winds hurtling down the ravine, it's been one failure after another. Still, you won't catch me calling it quits. You see, people like him are amazing because as much as they feel guilty for their actions, they just want to fix them by acting upon it, which is a great personality trait. Also, this little fella, or should I say this cool fella. Hey, welcome to the canteen. The best place for you to boost your hunt. You're from the fifth, right? Well, let me clue you into what the canteen is all about. Gains, health, stamina, whatever Max gains. Go on and sit down here, dear, at the counter, Scrawny. When you're ready to get your pre-hunt on, let me know. You see, kind of funny it says pre-hunt, because it's pre-workout. You were interested in booking up the canteen with more ingredients, that's what I'm talking about. Take care of the quest, fungal flexing in the ancient forest, and then you'll be packed in a great dagger's belly. Finish that one up and I'll be able to get my paws on the goods, don't let me down. You see, personally, for all newcomers, I recommend doing this guy and maxing out the canteen, because the food you can get is quite insane and it will be very necessary for later on. But okay, now that there's nothing talking to anymore, just gotta go to the good old smithy. Okay, Smithy, tell me. Aha! Look who's back with materials! Step right up and welcome to the smithy. You'll be needing my services a lot. What I do for you is simple. Whenever you go out in the field and gather materials, I turn those materials into weapons and armor. Drop by whenever you find something new and interesting. Here, I'll give you some materials as a welcome present. You can use them to upgrade your equipment. Okay, you can use monster materials and ore to forge and upgrade equipment at the smithy. Get the materials you earn as quest rewards or counter monsters to the smithy to create new equipment for taking on even tougher monsters. You see, this will be funny because I will do it a bit differently. I won't care as much about the armor as I will care about the weapon. Upgrading weapons. First, select the weapon you want to upgrade. You can use materials to upgrade different weapons with a variety of improved stats. If you want more base weapons to enhance, you can create more by selecting forge equipment at a smithy or by purchasing them at the armory. Upgraded weapons can also be downgraded. The materials used to upgrade the weapon will be returned to you. Select the weapon with the cursor and press triangle to add it to your wishlist. Once you acquire all the necessary materials to create a wishlisted item, you will receive a message. You can add weapons and armor to your wishlist from the Forge equipment menu. I do have to be honest, I have barely ever used the wishlist. I know that it's useful, but it never really came to me. And this is the kind of weapons that you kind of need if you're really trying to just skip and do a lot of damage. But I'm going for the simple things. I'm not gonna try to rush the game. We're gonna have easy and simple. My skill alone should be enough to kill the monsters. Most of them. You can now forge the Defender line of weapons at the smithy. These weapons are geared towards the Commissioner's Defense Corps. These weapons feature high proficiency and are fantastic starter weapons for hunters who have just arrived in the New World as part of the research commissions. You see, okay, yeah, it tells you right here. The Defender weapons are really for people who want to, you know, learn the game in the beginning. Personally, I recommend it. Or if you just want to skip the game, because you can basically kill everything with the strongest version of those weapons. And even in the DLC you can still do some damage. But that is a different story. Let's embark on our new hunt. I'm trying to be a little bit quicker so we have a bit more experience, so we see some things. Right, so the next thing we need to take care of are those Keston. The chief said he'd be tagging along with us. Okay. Quest board. You can sign up for quest tier 2, so you don't always have to come all the way up here. But then again, you might miss out on all the eats up here. Yeah, I know
You
that.
can pick up quests from the quest board too. It lists the same quests that I've got, so don't worry about having to check 2 places.
Very lovely that we're getting a tutorial, but before I go... Oh, you see, the food is improving automatically with us, but it won't improve as good as if we collect the materials the cat needs. Also, there will eventually be a time where I will let this entire cutscene play out.
We're on
One
the
when we
hunt.
have a bit more in the game. Oops. Oopsie, I pressed the wrong one. Post a new quest. Okay, there we have it. Event quests already starting to build up. Some nice optional ones. And the assigned one. A Castellan Carnival. Obviously, we don't want anyone else to accidentally happen to join. When lucky vouchers are used, they're planning advance, you will receive bonus reports. I recommend them usually when you want rare items of the monsters. Otherwise, it's more just a waste, because you only get a voucher per day. So 5 days of not using one, so you have a full menu. Which doesn't sound like a lot, but it can get quite annoying, especially when the later monsters are basically forcing you to do them multiple times. So you just have to kind of waste your vouchers at some point. Okay, but enough of me rambling and rambling on.
Recently, their numbers have been
Let's
getting
see.
out of hand.
Okay,
Wanna
my
get
good
going?
old pal, friend, buddy. Show me the way. You seem to know a lot more about this place than I do, which is definitely true, because I have never played this
there we go.
game. I mean, never explored
Those, my
this
friend,
area
are
before.
Kestodon. Let's see you take him out on your own.
Alright, that's easy. Okay. Those things are just
Be careful.
ever so annoying. You see, they might be annoying because of their thick hits, but in all honesty, they're really easy to kill. It's just more, the concept of this quest is a bit odd. I mean, of course, it's for the ecosystem, but on its own, it's not really useful. Well, that's okay. We don't care about usefulness. We just care about doing our mission and saving the
All right,
ecosystem.
let's look for another group.
As a real hunter.
Be careful.
Okay. Oh, there's more.
The Kestodon are the least of your worries. There are a lot bigger monsters lurking in this forest.
Oh
The
yeah, I'm
endemic
not
life
gonna worry
around here
about
can
that.
come in handy during a hunt. Try to learn as much as you can about them.
Sure thing, buddy. Sure thing. Yeah, Brad Pitt. I almost like Brad Pitt. Okay, let's see. Honestly, I really just love this area. Like, when you sit here, just relaxing, you can almost forget that this game's very old. 8 years? Yeah, must be 8 years now.
Over here!
Here. Nice material. We need as much as possible. This game can get very grindy. And it will get very grindy. We're gonna spend hours just hunting the same monster all over again because of a weapon, or armor, or anything. Just because materials are rare as hell.
Be careful.
And in the future, we're gonna meet some of the most horrific beings on Earth. But that is a story for a completely different time, because until then, we will already be way stronger. Oh no, I got attacked. Whatever shall I do? I am ever so terrified of those monsters. Oh, hellish me, mortal. See no evil, do no evil, hear no evil, or whatever it was. Oh no. Oh no, he died. Oh, lovely. Oh yeah, right, the Greatsword can also block, which is probably the most useful part of this whole weapon.
Good
Bonk.
work. That just about wraps up our work here. Hey, come here. I think I found something.
Okay. Okay, let's see. Let's just get this, and that. Bone pile. Oh yeah, that's another way. There's literally so many things.
Over
There's
here.
this ore thingies and bone thingies.
Here. Look at those Kestodon. Something's up ahead.
Oh no. Oh, this will be fun. A Grey Jagras.
Now!
A super agitated Grey Jagras is bad news for us. We need to take it down. Well, time to
Alright, partner. New assignment
help
incoming.
myself with my
Take
blade.
down that great Jagras. If you're
Also
not
for
ready,
this you will
can
need
return
that
to
good
base and
old
take on
wet
the
syrup.
great Jagras quest later.
Wanna get going?
Oh, ooh, yes, yes. We need to collect as much as possible for
You need
this.
to call your friends for help. Go to the menu and select SOS Flare to signal them. And you're going to need friends when you go up against some of the tougher monsters.
Okay.
In order for the scout flies to better track a target monster, we need to keep finding traces of it. Like footprints, for example.
Oh,
Good.
oh.
You're
Oh,
turning up a lot of
I need
clues.
some ammo. Okay, there we go. Now I'm ready to face that little thing. Sadly, I have the bad orientation sense on my side, but it's okay. I will eventually find out where it is. Come on. Come on. Oh, more important things. I need the
Okay.
important things. Ah,
We've
there
tracked
we
the
go.
Great Jagras enough for the scout flies to lead us to it.
Okay, there you
Just
are,
like
you
we lose
little
sight of a monster if
You
we
little
lose the
oversized gecko. And this is another feature of the DLC. The Clutch Claw is this moth. 1, 2, and the special attack. Boom! Oh, this feels the lightning never goes right. Oh, just ever so close. Oh yeah, and you can ride a monster by attacking it from
flies.
above.
Chance to talk.
You just need to keep your hold on it. Try not to fall off and move and brace. Brace with most monsters if you're unsure if you can move. And when it says move, you need to move. So it's very easy to understand. But for now, let's just get right into the business. Boom! And... do!
Okay.
Ah, there you go. His second time down.
Chance to get in there and tear it up.
Lovely. Ah, just delightful.
Watch out when monsters enraged. Better to hold off on your
You see, this, however, is delightful. It's just hard to hit sometimes because getting the distance, I feel like some weapons do in fact have different distances. Just
monsters are
different
running away. Use the
lengths.
scout flies as a guide and they'll lead you right to them.
Okay.
That's a piercing pod. Powerful type of slinger ammo. That's able
Powerful
to pierce
type,
the thick
it
shell of
says.
monsters.
It is fairly powerful because it can do something that might be helpful if I manage to hit the thing. Come on, come on. Alright, there.
Land your claw on a monster that grapples
There we go.
it.
You can stun it for a second. Oh, damn, that was a hitbox and a half.
Look out! Your health is low.
Luckily the cat can in fact heal, and oh goodness, that was a delightful slap. Ah, sadly miss. Getting the true charge slash is really
You can use that
difficult.
as slinger ammo. Great for getting monsters' attention.
Yeah, there we go. Easy peasy, my friends. Easy peasy.
Okay, let's head back and report to the old man.
Okay. And before I run out of time, make sure to always carve your monsters. Okay, let's just wait for the time to run out. The monsters luckily can't kill you after the timer runs out, you just stop losing life. Okay. What's that?
I think we got a lead.
Oh. Feathers.
Maybe. Let's check it out.
Looks like there must be some bird thing.
Hey. Well, you were right. There's our mark.
No, that's not Mark. I know a Mark, and that does not look like it. Okay, good. Before the puns kill me eventually, I will
Something's
just
got him agitated. Look over there. What the heck is that? I've never seen anything like it.
You think it's from Zora Magdaros?
I'd like to find out. But we better report back first. All right?
Alright, good. Sorry. I'm not allowed to say that. You're not a kid. Okay, let's go. That was fantastic. Golly. Let's see, let's see. Welcome to the new world. Earn the right to take on 2-star assignments. That's lovely. We're getting somewhere, boys. We're getting somewhere. We're achieving greatness.
I see.
Okay, so you think you found something that'll lead us to Zora Magdaros? Well, I could send more researchers out right now, but not with a pissed off Puke Puke hanging around. Puke Puke territory. That's pretty deep in the forest. We'll better be equipped to take it on. Once our team from the research center is done rebuilding the forest camp, once it's ready, we make our
Get going?
Until then, we do everything we can to help them get the camp up and running. Let's get into this.
Once
I mean,
the
yeah,
camp is
it's
set up,
easy peasy.
Go after that Puke Puke.
So, Hunter, have you been
Wonder where the
to
resource center is.
new world, new rules? It's something you have to get used to. I know that one, I know that one. But you will get used to it. You have to. Your life's counting on it. Not to mention others as well. No, that's definitely not terrifying and stressful. But, anyways. The Valk rest to sea, just like you, and they've all carried out their duties. Then they looked the new world in the eye and realized the old way of doing things wouldn't cut it. Didn't stop them though, they had conviction. Do you have conviction, Hunter? I'd say so. Do. Well, okay. Now with that, we can go to the research center. See what you guys
You
can
are
do.
too good to me.
Well, Fiver, is it true you're going to help us rebuild the camp? That is excellent news. I hope you're as good as they say you are. If so, we'll have plenty of work for you. After all the commission studies, lots of things. Not just the Elder Dragon you came here with. Maintaining and improving the base is a full plate of tasks in itself. Can't study anything without a proper HQ after all. The research center here is in charge of dividing up all that work and making sure it gets done. Aye, ma'am. So back to business. Your job is to establish a camp. Go on an expedition into the ancient forest, find a viable campsite, and make sure it's safe. Sounds easy enough. If any monsters have decided to do any camping in your spot, you'll need to chase them off.
Don't let me down.
Got it? The bounties for establishing the camp. Alright, a new critical bounty. Secure the campsite. The research center. Honestly, I'm not gonna explain that one too much. It is self-explanatory if you use it, which you will, because it gives cool things, and it has a shit ton of missions. Look at this, 400. 0 out of 400 quests on hand. And you can have 75 registered. I think that's good. That's good stuff,
Okay,
good news.
Let's get this
money.
expedition underway. Meet me at the gate.
Okay, let's see. Where do we need to go? Ah, right. Gotta get some of that good old biologist.
Good to see you.
Ah, Hunter, since you've established yourself as a reliable presence here, I'd like to make a little request. In investigating large monsters, you can either slay or capture them. Naturally, both have their scientific merits, but frankly, well, it would be better for our long-term research to receive a live specimen that we can later return to the wild. So if you capture your quarry alive, you will be commanded for it and receive it. It's commission.
Good luck.
Alright, that's easy. I can live with that. Good. Good stuff, I like that. Well, then let us go. Go into the wide, wide world of this game. I love those steps, but I also despise them for how big they are. In real life, that would be a pain in the ass to run with armor and a big weapon. Okay, I'll find the campsite in the ancient forest. And this is the best part, you can go on expeditions by just walking through one of the gates. There's one here, there's that one down there. And as much as I remember, there was, yeah, also one back there. It's easy, easy peasy. No hassle.
Right now, we're in Astera. If you want to go on an expedition, open your world map and choose your destination. For this expedition, we need to head to the ancient forest. We can expand expeditions as we delve further into the new world. Pretty good incentive to explore, right?
Yeah, I mean, so far I can't really do much more than go into the ancient forest. Also, look at this, a new monster! You know what that screams? More murder. And as we know, we love murdering. Things that need to be murdered. God, I'm so glad I'm not playing on PS4, because that loading screen would be taking me years. Okay. Thank you, I just got this.
Let's look for the campsite.
Dude. Let me talk to you.
If I get to the campsite first, or if you're lost, open up your map or use your scout flies to track me.
Thank you. Like I always say, researchers
Whenever
need
you
but
leave the
first
base
we eat.
without signing up for a
You have a
quest,
barbecue
go on an
split
expedition.
handy?
There's no time limit or cap on how many times you're allowed to faint, which means you
Good.
can explore to your heart's content.
Keep an eye on. Don't let it burn. Okay, multiplayer. You can enjoy quests, up to 16 players present in the online session, but you can only go into a session with 4. Good stuff. Okay, let's walk out. But before we continue to walk too much, Monster Hunter time.
Timing is everything. The color of the meat and the song are clues.
You need to listen to the music.
Nice.
And there we go.
So tasty.
A nice, well done steak, even though that does not look like steak to me. Okay, there we go. I just need a little bit to eat, so I have some stamina. Oh, golly. This seems to be an aggressive one here. Ah yes, the good old Fisher. I haven't seen this guy in so long. Ever since I finished the game. Howdy, partner. How's it hooking? I say there's no better way to spend today than fishing. I'm the lucky guy the commission has put in charge of studying fish and fish-like creatures here in the New World. Now let me tell you, I love fishing. I'll live for it. I fish in my sleep. I sleep with... yeah, I don't sleep with fish. I already caught up all the old world fish, every last one. So when they offer me a job here, I accept it. Hook, line, and sinker. I knew my job, my life here can't be all work, so I've been looking for a chum who loves the lure as much as I do. What do you say, Hunter? Are you game? If you're interested, just give me a holler. I'd like to see what you're made of. Yeah, sure. Fine. Oh, yes. Let me show you. Let me show you what professionalism looks like. I want to show you how professionalism looks like. Yeah. I'm going to show you a profession. Ah, there we go. Boom. Pink Paraxis. Pink Paraxis. You see, guys, we're gonna spend an entire stream one day just fishing, which honestly is a lot more fun than you think.
I just love me some good fishing.
All right. Yeah, I just did that. Oh yeah, you know what? I'm just gonna do it again because you knew you wanted. And fishing is pretty easy. You just gotta wait until the bait's underwater. Unluckily, I'm not very patient. Come on. Didn't you? The patience is not my key because I like to open doors with force. Now there we go. And is this it? No, that's a sushi. Sushi. That's a sushi fish. Go. And the dry mouth is definitely killing me. Ah, there we go. Come on, be a Pink Paraxis. Ah, there we go. Woo! We've completed the commission. Isn't that lovely? Okay, before we get lost and sidetracked more than we should. Okay. Okay, let's see. 1 and 2. Time to continue on. Oh, what's that? Oh, yes, character. Rub it out here. Okay. Oh, there's more of it.
You can assign a target destination for your scout flies on the map.
Now we just need to kind of go past this thing. Honestly, I can't be bothered to attack every monster on here, as much as I'd like to. It's just gonna take so much time off the stream. Okay. And one step at a time, and one time at a step at one another, go past this world, kill all each other like it's no word. Ah, there we go. Hey, you look like you know something. Well, hi, Righty, fancy meeting someone new out here? I'm the editor in charge of the field guide. It's my job to learn and disseminate as much as possible about the endemic life here. The endemic life here included small fish, animals, basically anything that won't try to eat you, and I love them all to pieces. Oh, she's basically the lizard girl in your class that, I don't know, for some reason owns every single exotic animal on Earth. Which is cool, but terrifying. I don't have enough hands. Oh yeah, what if you become my assistant? Do I get paid for this? I already don't get paid from the commission. Help? I mean, I do get paid. With experience. What's the next thing? Do I also get paid with exposure? Okay. I think if I remember correctly, I need to find a way up there. I hate the Ancient Forest for one thing. This game is great. The Ancient Forest, however, is not. Because the orientation sense that you need to coordinate yourself in here. There we go. That's lovely. You can also skip and then also jump skip, which is very quick. Oh, Final Fantasy! That's a Chocobo! Ah, no, that's a Kuluyaku. That's basically a Chocobo. That was literally a stockpile sound. I love myself some Zelda glass breaking.
Well, if we don't take care of that pest, the camp won't last the night.
Oh yeah.
This monster is called Kuluyaku. Yeah, I know that little sick, annoying bastard. It's probably the nicest way to call this thing. I don't like it. Okay. Let's get going.
To return to base from an expedition.
One better footsteps. One better footsteps, more of this kind. Oh. Hey, boom boy! Oh, already parts broken, huh? Call me silly, cause I ain't doing this shit. Oh. Hello, silly, call me. Come on, be a good boy. Be a good boy. You see those birds? Birds in this game are probably the worst thing to happen right next to the atomic bomb. As much as I remember correctly, you just need to kind of get its head or something.
Use the slinger to distract monsters.
Ah, there you go. You just need to hit the head correctly, everything else kind of just goes in a circle. Ah, hellish. I love the noise my sword makes whenever I charge it. It's so lovely. Okay, bigger basp. Bigger wasp. Vigor. Vigor Vasper. Okay. Before I become an opera singer, I will just hunt. Can I get on top of it? Of course I can. Why wouldn't I? Why wouldn't I? Okay, come on, boy. Let me show you how a real bird flies. There we go. And now, 1, 2, 3. There we go. That's the numbers I like seeing. And then, boom. Oh, it's already in the death zone. Call me silly. 1 piercing rock, 2 piercing rock, 3 piercing rocks, and 1 and 2 and another attack in your face. You see, it's running perfect.
You can
where I
move
need it
around
to
while
be.
grappled to a monster, but
It's
it'll
just
burn through
running
your
dead.
stamina.
And I need it there because there's more of piercing pods. I just need to get it. Which is I'm not as fast as a bird. Very sad to admit that a bird can outrun me, which is something. I just wish I was a little bit faster. It's not even too much faster. It's just a little bit. Okay, come on. Boom. 1, 2, and 3, and more piercing pods, and 1, and 2, and a quarter. Oh shit. Come on. Oh shit. My math wasn't mathing. But this math was for some reason. Ah, lovely.
Create some distance to use a whetstone.
This will be enough, probably. Lovely. I'm so good at this.
Select Astera from the world map so we can go home.
I barely even needed a bit. How long was that now? Like, I don't know, 4 and 5 minutes? Okay. Julia Glide. And more. Perfect. Delightful. Okay. Now that this is complete, I'm just gonna quickly go down here, get some bones, because we need them for later. It's always important to have materials ready, because the game is very relentless when it comes to making you go back and forth, and back and forth, and forth and back, and more of that. Thank you guys. I really can't be bothered to fight against you all again, but thank you for the materials. Let's see. Actually, I think that this was a great stream. Yeah, it was a great stream. We can call this amazing. Okay, just a little bit of material though. Nothing too crazy to call out.
Magnifique.
Oh, magnifique. Thanks for making sure the campsite is safe. We went ahead and got a camp all set up. It's all yours to use as you like.
Don't let me down.
And now that I know what you're made of, I hope I can talk to you into taking jobs from me more often. Sure thing. Yeah, more camps, more good stuff, more materials. And with that great ending, with this amazing last little fight against the Chocobo bird, I'd say that this stream can be counted as successful, and we can see each other tomorrow again. I'll maybe make a bit of a longer stream tomorrow if I get the motivation for it. However, this was a great stream. It was great and lovely having y'all. And I'll see you next time when it's time to slay them. I'm not allowed to say that word for monetization issues. Cheerio.